it was all, getting the ranks and stuff. That's good too, but making yourself better fighting wise and getting more knowledge about the fighting knowledge. To me, that was more important.
So
than the built ranks.
So this is where the background and training the actors for your movies came in. Now, before we go into that, you started, because the star of the movie Uncut was a guy named Christopher Gilmore, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And he started working with you in the backyard as a kid.
Used to train them.
Okay, so we'll get into that, but that's like again jumping a little bit ahead, but some people basically followed your path all the way into making movies. Others just said it's a hobby. And you knew that it's serious enough to make a business for you. But some like Chris, they said, I want to do this as well.
Mm-hmm.
So what was it like training amateurs to, when we get to the movies, talking about training somebody who has never been in a fight before, who has never did anything in that sense. How did you make the fight scene so believable in your movies?
Well, for one, it was awkward to them. It was real awkward to them, and I had to, I told them, I said, let me show you the way it's actually supposed to go. And, I would show them how it would be done in a real situation, but I would let them know that movie fighting was totally different. And so I would have to teach them how to sell a punch, how to sell a kick.
What do you mean sell it?
Yeah, when meaning when somebody throw a punch at you, you got to know how to turn your head to make it look believable, and the timing has got to be right. You got to turn your head the exact time that punch come across your face. Your head got to turn the exact time, because if it don't, it throws everything off. Everything is thrown off. Same thing with the kicks and the throwing. And when it comes to editing those scenes,
mm-hmm.
if I miss one thing, like 1 second, you done threw off the whole entire fight scene.
Okay.
It throws the whole entire fight scene off if you miss that 1 second when you're editing those things together. So it's a certain way that everything has to be done when it comes to doing fight scenes. And that's why I was laughing when I was showing you, because when you was telling me that you couldn't do it, I said, yes, you can. Yeah.
Now, by the way, pull up just a little, because you're vibrating the keyboard,
mm-hmm.
and that's shaking on the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's more than just simply showing people how to throw a punch, throw a kick. You put them through a stunt camp, an
mm-hmm.
actual stunt camp, where you would teach them falls, kicks, blows. Go elaborate on that.
Mm-hmm. Well, the stunt camp basically is pretty much showing everyone how a movie fight scene is supposed to go, how you're supposed to sell a punch and a kick, how you're supposed to do a throw, how you're supposed to roll when you hit the ground. All of that is important. All of that becomes a factor. And another thing that I always tell people, what's really important, facial expression.
Okay.
You got to have the right facial expression for every fight scene that you do. I mean, even the shooting scenes, you got to have a facial expression.
So again, this is something you picked up from years of watching movies very, very closely. And one of your favorite genres is westerns, I believe, right?
Yes.
Yes. So you learned all of this to be able to transfer it to other people through teaching, just from watching movies.
Yeah, and I got so good at it that I automatically knew when a stuntman, when they were using a stuntman to take a punch, because when you see the actor when the fight scene get ready to start, but when that person is throwing a punch at him, once they throw a punch at him, that's where the stuntman comes in at, but you don't see the stuntman come in. You just see the stuntman taking the punch. I automatically know when it's a stuntman. I always say, see, that's a stuntman. I used to always do that. And then I tell everybody that work with me, I say, once you work with me, you're not going to look at TV the same again.
Oh, okay.
I always tell them that, and then they don't understand what I'm saying then, but after they get through working with me, then they understand where I was coming from.